Next, we have a fifth module, that is infinite series and power series solutions. In that definition of infinite series, so you know that a series contains finite number of terms, which should be called as finite series, and a series contains infinite number of terms is called as infinite series. So, if un is a function of n defined for all integral values of n, an expression of the form u1 plus u2 up to un, and that also continues to infinity, containing infinite number of terms. Here a series un, which is equal to u1 plus u2 up to un plus etc., is called an infinite series, and it is denoted by summation un, where n runs from 1 to infinity, or simply summation un. So un is called the nth term or the general term of the series, infinite series. The sum of first n terms of the series is denoted by Sn. So sum of n terms is denoted by Sn. That is, Sn is equal to un plus u2 up to un. Next, how can we say that the given series is convergent or divergent? So a series summation un is said to be convergent if limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is equal to L, where L is a finite quantity. That means the sum of n terms is applied to limit where n tends to infinity becomes L, any finite quantity. Then it is called a convergent series. And summation un is said to be divergent if limit of Sn as n tends to infinity is equal to plus or minus infinity. That means the result is not finite. So we have some different types of tests to verify the given series is convergent or divergent. So in that, first we have Cauchy's root test. So according to Cauchy's root test, if summation un is a series of positive terms, and if limit of un whole to the power 1 by n as n tends to infinity is equal to L. L means finite number or finite quantity. Then the series is convergent if that finite quantity L is less than 1, and the given series will be divergent if that finite quantity L is greater than 1, and the test fails if L becomes 1. Okay, if L is less than 1, then the given series is convergent. If L becomes greater than 1, then the series will be divergent. If L equal to 1, then the test will be failed. Note, we can try to apply this test if un is of the form fn to the power g of n. That means power of a function. Function is a power of any other function. So in that note, we have second point, the following standard limits will be useful. That means these are the standard results of limits. So limit n to the power 1 by n as n tends to infinity will be equal to 1. So this is a standard result. And limit of 1 plus 1 by n to the power n as n tends to infinity will be equal to e, where the value of e is approximately equal to 2.7. And limit of 1 plus x by n to the power n as n tends to infinity will be equal to e power x. So these are all the standard results which can be used in the upcoming problems. So we have a problem. Test for convergence or divergence of the series summation n square divided by 3 power n as n tends to infinity or n runs from 1 to infinity. Here nth term, that is un, is given by n square divided by 3 power n. If we apply the limit as n tends to infinity, also taking the power 1 by n, that means limit un to the power 1 by n as n tends to infinity, the given nth term, that is un, becomes limit n square divided by 3 power n to the power whole to the power 1 by n as n tends to infinity. Here the power 1 by n applies to numerator and denominator separately. So that will become limit n square to the power 1 by n divided by 3 power n to the power 1 by n as n tends to infinity. In denominator, the power get cancelled, n and 1 by n, and in numerator it will remain same. So denominator becomes 3. So we know that the standard result n to the power 1 by n as n tends to infinity becomes 1. Okay, so 1 square means as it is 1. So the result becomes 1 by 3, which will be less than 1, and hence the given series is convergent. So second problem is, discuss the nature of the series 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3 into x plus 3 by 4 whole squared into x square plus 4 by 5 whole cube into x cube plus etc. Okay. So first we have to write the nth term of this given series. So first term does not contains x, so we have to leave that term 1 by 2. So by leaving that first term we can write the nth term as, so in numerator we have 2. So if a series runs from 1 to infinity, okay, so n can be taken as first term, that is 1. So 2 can be written as n plus 1. If we put n equal to 1, that will become n plus 1 will become 2. Okay, and in denominator we have 3, therefore we can write that n plus 2. If we put n equal to 1, that will become 3, and whole to the power n, that means if we have n is equal to 1, that will be equal to first term 2 by 3 into x power n. So in succeeding terms we have x, x square, x cube. So if we put n equal to 1, 2, 3, x power n becomes x, x square, x cube. Okay, so therefore the nth term un becomes n plus 1 divided by n plus 2 whole to the power n into x power n. Now to convert this into a standard form, we will take the power 1 by n on both sides. So un to the power 1 by n is equal to n plus 1 divided by n plus 2 to the power n into x to the power n whole to the power 1 by n, by taking 1 by n, the power 1 by n on both sides. So in right side that will become the powers n and 1 by n get cancelled. So we get n plus 1 divided by n plus 2 into x. So n plus 1 in numerator, n plus 1 can be written as 1 plus 1 by n, and in denominator n plus 2 can be written as 1 plus 2 by n. If we take LCM, in denominator we have LCM n, and in denominator we have LCM n. So both get cancelled and the previous term will be remains same, okay, into x. So now apply the limit as n tends to infinity on both sides. So 1 plus, after limit applying limit, 1 plus 1 by n becomes 1, since 1 by infinity, that means 1 by n, here 1 plus 1 by n is there, so 1 by infinity becomes 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1, and in denominator also 1 plus 2 by infinity, that means 1 plus 0. So therefore the whole term becomes 1 after applying the limit as n tends to infinity. So 1 into x becomes x. Now how can we say that the given series is convergent or divergent, since we obtain the result x? So in generally we can say that if x is less than 1, the given series will be convergent. If x is greater than 1, then the series is divergent, and if x equal to 1, the test fails. So this is the result of the given problem. Next we have, find the nature of the series summation a to the power n to the power square into x power n, where a is less than 1, where n runs from 1 to infinity. Here the nth term un is a n square into x to the power n. So taking the power 1 by n on both sides, so un to the power 1 by n is equal to a power n square to the power 1 by n into x power n to the power 1 by n. So here we have the power n square to a, so to the power 1 by n, therefore 1 n and to the power 1 by n get cancelled, we get a power n, and x to the power n whole to the power 1 by n, where n and 1 by n get cancelled, we get x. Therefore u n to the power 1 by n becomes a power n into x. Now apply the limit as n tends to infinity. So applying limit a power infinity, a power infinity becomes 0, since a is less than 1. So 0 into x becomes 0, which is less than 1, and hence the given series is convergent. Next problem is, discuss the convergence of summation of 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power n square, where n runs from 1 to infinity. So nth term un is 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power n square. Taking the power 1 by n on both sides, we get un to the power 1 by n equal to 1 plus 1 by n to the power n square whole to the power 1 by n. Here also by cancelling the powers, we get 1 plus 1 by n to the power n on right sides. Taking limit as n tends to infinity, we have the standard result, limit of 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power n as n tends to infinity is equal to e, where the value of e is approximately equal to 2.7, which is obviously greater than 1, and hence the given series is divergent. Next we have a problem, summation of 1 plus 1 by root n whole to the power minus n to the power 3 by 2 as n runs from 1 to infinity. So here the nth term un is equal to 1 plus 1 by root n whole to the power minus n to the power 3 by 2. Taking the power 1 by n on both sides, un to the power 1 by n is equal to 1 plus 1 by root n to the power minus n to the power 3 by 2 whole to the power 1 by n. By simplifying, we get 1 plus 1 by root n to the power minus root n. So now apply the limit as n tends to infinity. So in right side, limit n tends to infinity of 1 plus 1 by root n whole to the power minus root n can be written as limit of 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1 by root n to the power root n as n tends to infinity. Since the power is negative, that can be shift to denominator, that will become positive. Now this is in the standard form of limit 1 plus 1 by n whole to the power n as n tends to infinity. Here in the place of n we have root n. Therefore the result becomes 1 by e. So 1 by e means 1 by 2.7, so that will be less than 1, and hence the given series is